Detroit Lions fans, how are we feeling on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday night, Friday morning? Whenever you are watching this video, I hope you are feeling great because I'm feeling really good right now. Besides my cold that I have, I'm trying my hardest not to cough, but what a game that we were just able to watch. The Detroit Lions walking into Arrowhead Stadium, the hardest stadium to win at in the entire NFL, the loudest stadium. And with a whole new team going up against the defending Super Bowl champs, defending MVP, the best coach in all of football. I mean, what more could you ask for? Then the opening night of the NFL in front of the entire country, entire world watching as this game went down. I mean, everyone was tuned in for opening night of the NFL, Thursday Night Football. And it starts off with a fake punt on the second drive of the game, actually. I just want to say this right away. That call right there was probably the call that won us the game because we ended up scoring a touchdown on this drive because of that. And without that offensive touchdown, we might have lost this game because our offense didn't look the best, but it also didn't look, there were a lot of bright spots, especially Jahmyr Gibbs. A nice run right here, as you can see as well. We're going to talk a lot about him. We're going to talk a lot about the rookies. We're going to talk a lot about the offense and defense and what we just witnessed in week 1 of the NFL season, because I don't think I've ever been this excited over a Detroit Lions win. I would probably put it just, up there with that Green Bay win last year. I mean, I would say this is probably even more exciting because it's the beginning of the year rather than the end of the year. I think this is the most excited I've ever been. I've never been more excited for the Detroit Lions than I am right now. So let's go ahead and just hop right in. So before we jump into the takeaways, I just want to let you guys know one thing. I don't know if you're subscribed to this channel. If you're not, I would love it if you were. Obviously, I'm not going to force you. I can't force you into it. But I am going to be making game recaps for every Detroit Lions game this year. I'm going to try to at least. And then as for Michigan State, I made a game recap for each of them for week 1. And they didn't really get a ton of views, which is fine. I'm not really worried about views. But if no one's really going to watch them, it's not a big deal. But I'm probably just not going to make many for them. I think what I'm going to do is for any big game or I think for big wins and stuff like that, wins that, people are going to want to be able to, go back and watch. I think I'll make a video for those kind of games, but for the Detroit Lions, I am going to try, it's mostly Detroit Lions channel anyway, and Detroit Pistons, but they're in the off season, so I am going to try and make one for every Detroit Lions game. So, as Brian Branch returns that 49-yard pick six, and maybe the changing moment of the game that really we were struggling there. We could have gone down 2 possessions, probably would have, if Brian Branch didn't pick that off and take that to the house. So that was probably the game-shifting moment right there. So that was huge. Let's get into some overall takeaways. Let's start with the offense. Let's look at Jared Goff. The guy played a hell of a game. There's no way around it. Struggled at first, looked a little rusty, first drive and a half. And then all of a sudden, after that fake punt, the dude just flipped a switch. And as I like to call him, Ryan Gosling looked awesome. I don't know if you guys know who Ryan Gosling is. He looks exactly like him. It is weird, but Jared Goff looked great. I was happy with him. Once again, no interceptions. I think it's like 9th straight game or something. It's insane how many games he's gone without throwing a pick. This dude he's looked good, guys. And if he continues this and he plays, only throws 6-7 interceptions the whole year, we need to re-sign this guy. He looks like a starting quarterback. He's the guy. He looks great. So I'm happy with him. He's been amazing. Jahmyr Gibbs, dude, came as highlighted, or he showed up at as what he was expected to be, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. I couldn't think of what to say. He's exactly what we thought he was going to be. He is dynamic. He's got the speed. He's got the big play make. He had 2 huge runs for 20 yards. He averaged 6 yards per carry. I was very disappointed we didn't use him more. It seemed like he was off the field a lot, which I get it. Montgomery's going to get the load, but we need to use him as much as we can because he can create so many plays. And it's just weird because they did that last year with J-Mo too, even when J-Mo was healthy. They just didn't use him a lot. It was weird. But Gibbs looked awesome. Montgomery, the run game just in general looked awesome. I loved Montgomery. He looked great. Offensive line was terrific. There were a couple times where I was kind of disappointed. I was like, all right, what are we doing? But they really showed up. I'd say about 80% of the time they gave Goff all day. Very happy with the O-line. The O-line looked great in general. Very happy with them. So they look good. Marvin Jones kind of disappointing, but you know what? First game, a little rusty. There goes Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm fine with Marvin Jones' performance. He was a little rusty. It's fine. Amon-Ra St. Brown, on the other hand, looked great. Josh Reynolds had a huge game, man. He showed up big time. Khalif Raymond had a couple big plays as well. He looked good. Let's go to the defensive side. Brian Branch, he looked good. Pick 6. Huge plays on defense for him. Jack Campbell looked pretty good. He had a couple blown coverage. I mean, you saw a run right there. But he also had a really good coverage earlier on Kadarius Toney as well. He looked pretty good. Anzalone had a huge game. C.J. Gardner-Johnson had a huge game. And, yeah, I mean, the D-line looked good. Hutch had a ton of pressures. No sacks. Kaminsky had a nice play, though, that prevented Mahomes from getting a first down on that first drive. But no sacks. Kind of disappointing. But you know what? It's Patrick Mahomes. What are you going to do? But we were applying pressure, so I was happy with that. Houston didn't seem like he played a ton. I think he needs to be on the field more. Sutton, if you want to look at the cornerback position, Sutton had a good game. I thought he was okay. He played good. Definitely better than what we had last year. You know, he was good. He was solid. Just, you know, had that 41-yard flag that kind of screwed us, but only ended up giving up a field goal. It was no big deal. It was fine. So it was okay. Jerry Jacobs looked all right as well. He was fine. And yeah, just overall looked good. Biggest takeaways offensively, still need to clean up a little bit. I mean, only 2 offensive touchdowns. You can see the game-winning play right there for the Lions. That was basically it. Just needed a first down, and we got it. It was awesome. But offensively, man, like it was weird. It was like we could move the ball down the field. Obviously, that Marvin Jones fumble kind of killed us. Took away, you know, an easy 7 points. But like, it just was weird. Like, our offense wasn't moving the ball, moving the chains as much as I thought we would. It seemed like we struggled here and there, but overall, like, it seemed like our offense was flowing. Like, it seemed like we were getting the big plays to, you know, get down there and, you know, win the game. It just, like, we just couldn't convert when we needed to, especially on 3rd and short. But we came up big when we needed to, and we got the win. Defensively, I mean, holding Patrick Mahomes to that kind of a game, I was so impressed. I thought that our defense was probably the biggest reason we won. I mean, they looked amazing. I was very happy with that. And I think that's the biggest takeaway, is that our defense is legit. We look good. And I think our offense is obviously legit as well. Just struggled a little bit here and there. That kind of prevented us from scoring a ton of touchdowns. But you know what? We didn't need to. We got the win either way. So happy with how we performed. And we looked good. Our offense looked really good. I was really happy with them. They looked great. And defensively looked awesome as well. So overall, a great win. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this game, because I have been so excited waiting for this game. I could not wait, and the fact that we came out and won it in Kansas City against the reigning MVP Super Bowl champs, I mean, wow, what a game. So excited. Can't wait for the season. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching this video, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.